Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. So these are mistakes I made with my first baby and it absolutely cost me my breast milk supply. I wasn't able to breastfeed my first baby. My first baby is formula fed. These mistakes absolutely cost me my breast milk supply. In fact, my breast was so dry, almost like I had never had a baby at all. But of course, with my second baby, I knew better because I knew these were the mistakes to avoid. And I am able to breastfeed my second baby. I am still breastfeeding as a matter of fact. So I'm sharing these mistakes with you. Hopefully, you can learn from them and not repeat them. So, the first mistake I made was not putting baby to breast as early as possible. This is not a mistake I personally made, but the circumstances around the birth of my baby just happened that way. So, when my baby was born, he had a lot of mucus stuck in his nose and in his mouth. And so he was not able to breathe. So, as soon as he came out, he had to be taken to the ICU. And by the time he was brought back, I had my baby at about 11 p.m. By the time he was brought back, it was almost 10 a.m. in the morning. So a lot of hours had passed by. And whilst he was at the ICU, he was given formula. In my opinion, I think that not being able to put my baby to breast really affected my breast milk supply, although subsequently mistakes that I ignorantly made also compounded the problem, but this was also one major factor. And then the second mistake I also made was, as naive as I was, I thought breast milk would just come in. I didn't know it was some kind of a demand and supply business. So after baby was brought to me and we were discharged, we went home. I wasn't putting baby to breast. I was just waiting for breast milk to come. So I was giving my baby formula, hoping that okay, we'll start breastfeeding once breast milk come in. I didn't know I had to actually put baby to breast and baby had to stimulate my nipples for the breast milk to come. So that was one big mistake. I didn't put baby to breast. I was sitting and waiting for my breast milk supply to come in. I remember one morning when I woke up, I was engorged and I pumped the breast for baby. I think that was the point I was supposed to, continue feeding baby, continue giving the breast to baby. But once I pumped and emptied the breast, I stopped feeding baby the breast. I gave baby the breast milk and then I waited again for when it will be full. Need I say, it was never full again. And subsequently, as I kept giving baby formula and not putting baby to breast, it was just drying up more and more until I lost my breast milk. So, my point here is please know breast milk is a demand and supply business. You have to put baby to breast as often as baby needs to feed. And the third mistake I made was it was my first baby. I was so obsessed with baby and I was stressing myself out with everything that had to be done. I wasn't paying attention to the food that I was eating. I wasn't paying attention to the water that I was drinking. You need to drink a lot of water in order to produce breast milk. This is something I didn't know as well. There's so much I didn't know. And so I could go the whole morning without drinking water or eating anything. My first meal sometimes will be 12 noon or 1 noon, and that'll be about the same time I'll be drinking water. So I wasn't feeding my body enough to be able to produce breast milk anyway, and that also compounded the problem. It was just one mistake after the other, and my breast milk was just drying up. It was like all the breast milk mistakes in the book, I was just committing all of them. And also, I think I wasn't resting enough because I was taking care of baby by myself. I wasn't sleeping enough. When baby was sleeping during the day, I should have also slept some more, but I would keep busy with other things and I just wouldn't sleep. That also contributed. So I think these were the major mistakes that I made. Number one was not putting baby to breast as soon as baby was born. The second one was just waiting for breast milk to come in before I fed baby instead of putting baby to breast in order to stimulate breast milk. I was just doing it the other way around. And then the third was just my eating habits. I had very poor eating habits. So do the opposite of these mistakes. Put baby to breast as soon as baby is born. If for some reason you are not able to do so, please let your doctors and nurses know that you want to breastfeed your baby and they will work around that for you. So put baby to breast as soon as baby is born. And the second one is make sure that you're putting baby to breast anytime baby needs to feed. That is what will stimulate breast milk. And then the third will be to eat well, drink a lot of water, and take care of yourself. All right, Mama, this is where I love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.